or it's a legitimate prescription, like oxys or tramadol or anything, any kind of opiate base, anything for pain is going to go to our part of the brain that monitors how we feel. And they are going to bind to those receptors in our feel-good center. So when you think about it, you've been working out, your back hurts, muscles hurt, whatever, you take a Tylenol, Advil, Aleve. Hopefully all of those things feel better in a short amount of time. It's no coincidence. It went to your feel-good center, right? I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, this is awesome, right? The problem comes in, that same part of the brain that tells us how it feels also regulates our breathing. So at the same time a person is going, oh man, this is the good stuff, right? Heart slowing down, breathing slowing down. Going back to Brogan, right? He didn't have a high tolerance. And so he progressed through those 4 stages of breathing very quickly, right? And so again, if you have a high tolerance for whatever you just took, you will progress at a relative steady pace and balance somewhere around in the middle. Somebody like Brogan, he went through his breathing and then his breathing stopped in a matter of minutes, right? So another way of thinking of high tolerance or somebody with high tolerance, it simply means they have more receptors in their brain that they can feel with opiates before an overdose occurs. Somebody with low tolerance, just the opposite. It's going to take less receptors for that person to have an overdose. Individuals coming out of long-term jail, detox, and rehab, they have the highest percent of overdose and fatalities because when they get out, they think they can do the same amount they were doing before, and they can't. And so they have the greatest or the highest number of fatalities and overdoses. So going back to those numbers in the early part of the slides, when I talked about how many people passed away, the majority or a large number of those were individuals coming out of long-term jail, detox, and rehab, and they thought they can do the same amount, right? And so they can't. And so when I'm at Buffalo Valley or wherever, different places, I tell them, however many days you've been here, the number of receptors it takes for you to have an overdose has decreased. You may not be able to tell it, but the number has decreased. And so it just needs to be mindful of that. So here are the 2 things I was telling you about, the 2 new substances that are out there. They're not new, but they're new to us. Nitazines, and they are very similar to fentanyl. They've got, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this.